felt some kind of way.
Listen, I got it.
Foot down, going 100, I'ma win the race, yeah.
It's huge the way we were able to continue to scratch, claw, fight.
And LeBron James is holding his foot.
You know, every game is key for us. I knew I couldn't come out or not finish the game.
And the Los Angeles Lakers storm back their biggest comeback since 2002.
We got to be ready to start forcing our will on the rest of the season so that we can get to where we need to get to. You're witnessing the process of that.
The Dallas Mavs blew a 27-point lead en route to a 111-108 loss to the Lakers. NBA teams were 138-0 after leading by that much this season before that meltdown. Don't look now, but the purple and gold are on fire. The Lakers improved to 4-1 in their last 5 games, an inch closer to the 6th seed, closing the gap from 4.5 games back to now just 2.5 since their hot streak began on February 11th. Hi, Chuck. Stephen A., take it away.
I got it from here. Welcome to the show, the one and only Sir Charles himself, Charles Barkley. What's up, big time? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great. Thank you guys for entertaining me this morning. Molly, you're the best. Stephen A., you're just Stephen A.
I got you.
Hey, and Monica is great. Monica is great, too.
Monica is great too. The women gang up on me, and then obviously you being, the guy that you are, you're gonna jump in on the bandwagon. But that's all right for another day. Let's get to the basketball stuff, Chuck. Did you see the Lakers? Did you see the Lakers yesterday come a 27-point deficit? I got them capturing the 6th seed in the West. I think they're gonna leapfrog over a bunch of teams. They're gonna avoid the play-in, and they're going to make some noise, at least win a first-round series. That's my take on the Los Angeles Lakers, Charles Barkley. What say you?
Well, a couple things. I watched that entire game yesterday. I thought the Mavericks blew the game the first half. You know, everybody said they had a 26-point lead, 27-point lead. They were only up like 14 at the halftime. So
that's true.
If you're only down 14 at the half, if you're the Lakers, you're like, man, we were down 27. We're only down 14. We got a better team than the Mavs. We should win this game. You said it at halftime. You know, I think that the Lakers are going to make this a game, but they came back and won. But I think the most important thing we've been saying all year, Stephen A., is going to come down to Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis plays like that, the Lakers are going to have a chance in the first round of the playoffs or the play-ins. Anthony Davis is the key. LeBron has played pretty well all year. He's played great all year. But when Anthony Davis plays like he played yesterday, they're a totally different team. But I didn't overreact yesterday because everybody keeps saying they were down by 27 points. Yeah, but that didn't matter because they were only down 14, 15 at the half, and that's not even a big deal.
What are your feelings about the Dallas Mavericks? I mean, we saw, again, they were up 27. Then it was only 14 by the half. Then they blew the lead altogether, lost the game. We see Kyrie and Luka trying to figure it out offensively. Defensively, I think Dallas is a bit challenged. Jason Kidd basically said it's about the turtle or the rabbit or whatever. And the fact of the matter is the Lakers, they're experienced and they played the long game. And obviously that's something that we've got to learn to do. We've got to grow up. What were your thoughts about what Jason Kidd had to say about his Dallas Mavericks?
Well, I don't think that experiment is going to work. They're going to win some games because they're going to have some great offensive nights. They're not going to be any good defensively, but they're going to have some nights where they're making threes, and Kyrie and Luka going to do their thing. But as far as being a serious contender, the Mavs are not a serious contender. That's just because they're just good offensively. But like I say, they're going to win some games because they're going to be really streaky on the offensive end. But are they a contender? No, they're not a contender at all.
I'm looking at, I got to transition before I transition to the East, rather, I want to stay with the West in this regard. We've got teams ahead of the Lakers. New Orleans, I think they're going to catch them. You're talking about Utah, I expect them to fall as well, along with a plethora of other teams. Minnesota comes to mind as well. I'm looking at Golden State. When Steph Curry gets back, we'll see what happens. I definitely expect them to leapfrog over Portland, but I can't ignore the Warriors, not with the way Klay Thompson is playing and the fact that Steph Curry is coming back. If the Lakers were to avoid the play-in and leapfrog to the 6th seed, who do you expect to fall in the Western Conference? Maybe to the play-in game or lower?
Well, I'm not worried about, but it's only two teams I'm worried about in the Western Conference. That's the Denver Nuggets, who are the best team in the Western Conference, and the Los Angeles Clippers. Those, to me, are the two best teams, Denver and the Clippers. If you're the Lakers, you heard me.
You didn't say Phoenix? You didn't say you got a crib in Phoenix.
You know what? My bad.
Okay. All right.
Well, because, it's hard to judge my Suns until KD get out there. But I still think, my personal opinion, I'm going with the Nuggets and I'm going with the Clippers. To me, those are the two teams to beat. And then I think Phoenix is the third best team. That's just my opinion now. Denver, we have zero respect for the Nuggets. The job, let's honor what this guy, the Joker's doing, Stephen A. Watching this man play. I watched that entire game last night.
Right.
I watched that entire game. Man, what this Joker's doing is incredible. I mean, it's just flat out incredible. And I'm going to tell you something. The Clippers are going to be a tough out for anybody. That was one of the best games I saw last night. That was one of the best games I saw. But listen, the wild card to me, you talk about the Lakers, the wild card is my Suns. Because when KD gets healthy and Booker gets healthy, man, they're not going to be afraid of anybody.
That's right.
I know y'all want the Lakers to be good. I know America wants the Lakers to be good.
Yes.
But listen, I don't. They're not one of the top three teams in my opinion. They're not.
Well, we know that.
I told you the Nuggets, the Clippers, and the Suns. They're the three best teams in my opinion.
But let me stop you. I mean, Charles Barkley, I would remind you that we just watched the Clippers give up 176 points. I mean, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, they're better than the Phoenix Suns? I mean, you're going to put the Clippers ahead of everybody but the Denver Nuggets? Really?
Yeah, the one thing concerns me about my Suns is depth. Obviously, you got a nuclear weapon in KD. You got a nuclear weapon in Devin Booker. They're going to be fantastic.
So that's two nuclear weapons, yes.
They got two nuclear weapons.
Okay.
But you got to understand something, Stephen A. To me, it's going to come down to Aiden. Aiden's going to have to be the most unselfish guy. He's got to become a defensive force and a rebounding force. They were still really getting killed on the boards yesterday. Without Giannis, they wasn't doing a good job. He needs to average 12, 13 rebounds a game because he's not going to get the shots he normally get. I like Aiden as a player, but he's going to have to become the guy who does all the dirty work. But I worry about my Suns' bench. Where are they going to get their scoring off the bench? I mean, at some point, KD and Booker, they can't play the whole 48. So I worry about my Suns coming off the bench. But let me tell you something. The Clippers are the deepest team in the Western Conference. The Nuggets got the best player. And you listen, quit saying when KD is healthy, he's the best player in the NBA.
He is.
Quit saying that.
Why would I not say that? You mean Easy Money Sniper that averages 30, that shoots 93% from the free throw line, that is a sniper extraordinaire? You mean that, KD? How is it blasphemous for me to say that when he's healthy, he's the best in the world? I don't see many people who can guard him. He's unguardable.
Well, who can guard Giannis? Who can guard Joker? You're not going to guard a great player. Hey, listen, Kevin Durant is a great player.
Yes.
I like Kevin. And listen, I would love to see. First of all, I would love to see my Sixers and Suns. Either one of them win, I'm gonna be happy.
Exactly.
Listen, KD's a great player, but he's not better than Giannis. He's not better than Giannis. I'm telling you, Stephen A.
The motor on Giannis is unparalleled. I get all of that, but what I'm saying to you is this: if I can step away from Giannis and I can force him to shoot perimeter shots sometimes, and if I can force him to go to the free throw line sometimes, regardless of the 50 points that he dropped with a perfect display from the free throw line in Game 6 of the Finals a couple of years ago against Phoenix, the fact of the matter is that he still struggles from the free throw line, he still struggles from the perimeter, and that is not a problem that Kevin Durant has. That is a fact.
What about the leadership qualities?
Well, that's true. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna challenge you on that one. I got you. I understand that there's some question marks there about KD, but he ain't got to worry about that in Phoenix. You know that. You got Monty Williams.
No.
You don't have to worry about that in Phoenix.
No. That whole dynamic has changed. You know how much I love Chris Paul. I've been saying for years he's the best leader we got in the NBA. But because of his advanced age, he's not the same player. But KD, you just said he's the best player in the world. Have you ever said that before? The best player in the world is not the leader. You can't have your cake and eat it too, Stephen A. If you
come
said,
on.
You said, no,
come on.
You said
if I got Monty Williams and CP3, I can say that. I can say that if I got Monty Williams and CP3.
Chris Paul. Hey, Chris Paul is 102 years old. He's not the same player.
I agree with that.
If you telling me Kevin Durant